Hello, welcome to the Lagos Transportation Agenda. As you well know, this is a program in which we highlight current events, explore topical issues, as well as showcase evolving trends in this very dynamic world of transportation. My name is Austin Ian. As you well know also, we are in the ember months of the year. This is a time of intense traveling among Nigerians to various locations in the country. Since the majority of Nigerians travel by road, it's also a time of great expectation, but also the time of great risk of road crashes and other incidences that are not desirable. In its mandate to enforce or engender and promote a safe and sane driving culture in Nigeria, the Federal Road Safety Corps at this time of the year usually launches what is called the Ember Months campaign to minimize the risk of road crashes across the country. Today on the show, I have with me the Lagos State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Lagos State, in the person of Corps Commander Kehinde G. Hamzat. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so very much.
On the Lagos Transportation Agenda today, I'll be discussing with the Corps Commander here in Lagos State on safe driving culture during the Ember months, taking a holistic perspective on the issue after this time out, as the Lagos Transportation Agenda returns. Please stay with us.
Great economies are built on good transportation network. This is why Lagos State Government through LAMATA has been working tirelessly to enhance the state's transport infrastructure and implement the Strategic Transport Master Plan (STMP) for Lagos and create a world-class transport network for the metropolis. The STMP would deliver 6 rail lines, 1 monorail, 14 BRT routes, 26 water transport routes, 3 cable car routes, and several road interventions to promote the integration of the transport modes. When all these projects are completed, there will be lower emission, leading to better health for all, lower road crashes, better quality of life, and faster economic growth. With the BRT already running in some corridors, jetties being upgraded, and rail line from Okokomaiko to CMS coming on board soon, life of Lagosians in the face of Lagos is changing every day. A healthier and more prosperous Lagos is in the making, and LAMATA is driving it. LAMATA, keeping Lagos moving.
Welcome back. It's the Lagos Transportation Agenda, and as I said, I have the Corps Commander of the FRSC, Lagos State Sector Command, on the show today. And let me start by asking you to give us an overview of this year's Ember Months campaign.
Yeah, like every other year, this year Ember Month will be characterized by a lot of public enlightenment. We'll have more of, before now we used to do more of park rallies.
Okay.
We'll do more of town hall meetings because we discover that we're talking to just drivers. That does not mean we're going to jettison the park rallies.
Yes.
We do domesticated public enlightenment, then we'll give it a different dimension by going through every local government in the state.
Yes.
By doing more of town hall meetings where captains of industries and every other person will be involved. These are people who are responsible to a lot of people around, not just drivers.
Exactly.
So people should be there to even tell drivers what to do, even when they don't know how to drive. Many a times, good coaches may not even know how to play football.
It's true.
But they should be able to tell commuters and of course the drivers,
yes, this
is what you're doing, this is what you need to do. So we want to catch them even from their various closets. And of course we're planning to have a bigger one that the state, where we'll have captains of industries, uniform bodies, dignitaries,
yes,
that will attend so that we can drive safety home into everybody's doorstep. Apart from the normal one that we used to go to churches, mosques, social gatherings. So this is a new dimension we're trying to introduce this year. And of course, we're leveraging seriously on technology now.
Great.
So these and lots more are those things we'll be putting in place. Of course, we're looking at most people in the administrative section will be brought into operations within this period to ensure that our visibility and presence is absolutely felt.
Wonderful. So what are the key challenges that you are trying to resolve? I mean, of course, these challenges are year after year. You have identified them over the years. What are the major challenges? Because we are told that in the case of maybe a crash, we have the issue of human factor.
Yes.
Or the state of the vehicle, or even the state of the infrastructure, say the road and all that. So what are the key challenges you are trying to resolve, especially in this year's campaign?
Yes. You see, sometimes in the past, we talk of driver's mentality. The attitude of driver is what we actually need to change.
Yes.
So the theme then used to be driver's attitude. They need to change. So we're trying to see and psych the driver on the need to know that their loved ones need them.
Yes.
It's not a matter of if I want to die, is it not my life? It can't be your life.
It will depend.
So we must change the attitude of Lagosians and Nigeria as a whole on the need to know that this life does not just belong to them. Okay, somebody who is a breadwinner at home and probably lost his life as a result of road traffic crash. Many people who have been doctors, lawyers, engineers, by virtue of their contribution to their life, become a menace to the society because they will not have opportunity of becoming what they had wanted to be. So you will see prostitutes, robbers. These are supposed to be great human beings. That's why you don't even have the right to die. So what I'm saying is attitude is that thing we really want to change amongst drivers so that we can all be on the same page so that your own mistake will not cost my own life.
Exactly. All right. When we return after this timeout on the Lagos Transportation Agenda, we'll be engaging the Corps Commander on the core targets of this year's campaign, as he has alluded to in his opening comments, as well as the balance between enlightenment and enforcement in this year's campaign. After this timeout, please stay with us.
Akété ilé ọgbọ́n, Èkó akété ilé ọgbọ́n, arọ́mọdé dẹ́ kó má má já o, Èkó arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́, arọ́mọdé dẹ́ kó má má sá o, Èkó arọ́mísà lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
If you're just joining, it's the Lagos Transportation Agenda, and we are discussing the Ember Months campaign of the Federal Road Safety Corps, taking a holistic look at safety and security on our roads with the Corps Commander of the FRSC Lagos State Sector Command in the person of Corps Commander Kehinde G. Hamzat. Corps Commander, as I said before the break, we are looking at the core target. Can you expand more? I know you mentioned it earlier. What are the core targets?
You see, whatever thing we do, our basic, the reason for we being there is safety of lives and properties.
Yes.
So whatever we need to do to ensure safety of life and properties is sacrosanct to our operations. And of course, not just the lives and properties, we'll talk of prompt removal of obstructions so that there can be free flow of traffic on Nigerian roads, specifically Lagos as it is. So we have put some things in place to ensure that this is achieved. Don't forget, we're still engaging drivers, training drivers, even at their various offices and organizations,
Yes.
so that they will not come to the road and drive in a manner which is not expected. So don't forget, most of the drivers driving, they are good drivers. Like I said initially, their attitude is what makes the difference.
Exactly.
And every driver is supposed to be licensed. Most people will say, after all, I know how to drive. When you know how to drive, that thing that shows that you know how to drive is your driver's license. When you don't have it, unfortunately, even when you are right, if there's a crash, you'll be guilty. The fact that you don't have license to drive,
Exactly.
no matter how right you are. And unfortunately, if somebody dies during the cause of the crash, of course, you are a murderer. That's the meaning. That's why we say, no matter your height, no matter your level, possessing your own driver's license is important, as long as you drive.
Exactly.
So these and many more are those things where safety of life and properties, prompt removal of obstructions on the road,
Yes.
and of course, prompt rescue services, so that even those who are involved in crashes will definitely not have worse situation or death.
Exactly.
Because the United Nations is trying to look at a situation where you have a crash where that will result in 0 death. That is our target. And of course, we're achieving that by putting both our human and material resources into place to ensure that that is achieved.
All right. You mentioned during the first part, leveraging on technology. What
Yes.
exactly, what particular technologies are you leveraging on?
Okay. For example, we're using radar gun to check speed.
Okay.
So, and speed contributes to about 70%, if not more, of road traffic crashes.
Exactly.
Then that is human factor encouraging mechanical factor. Now, we're ensuring that commercial vehicles, precisely, it will trickle down to private drivers. But commercial driver, in the sense that most commercial drivers carry more passengers. So any crash will result in more death,
Yes.
or more injury, which we're avoiding. So the installation of speed limiting device is another way we're using technology.
Yes.
And of course, some of our personnel now are making do with body camera, where they use in checking excesses of drivers.
Yes.
The speed limiting device, we use it even on the road. Now, let's go to the one that is available to every Nigerian. We just launched an app, not quite long, FRSC app.
Yes.
So if you go to your Google Play Store, you can download FRSC app. On this app, there are a lot of things we can enjoy or benefit from. It can tell you if you want a situation where black spots, that is accident prone areas, the application has it such that when you are approaching, it will prompt you either as a driver or as a passenger.
Yes.
It will prompt you. Then the application contains that facility that can check speed. When you are going beyond a prescribed speed limit along certain axes, it beeps that you are already going beyond certain speed. So that application contains that.
Okay.
Many more applications where you can check your driver's license, your vehicle details. You can even ask questions. There are people at the back end. If there are crashes, you know, we are not ghosts, we cannot be everywhere.
That's true.
Members of the public who will be there, there is a place within that application where you can report that crash, where you can upload information. There are people at the back end, it's a real-time thing. So they can at least contact, by that information, people at the back end will contact the nearest road safety office so that we can get there. You know, there is this golden hour, so that we can ensure that we keep the golden hour, so that that life that could be sustained could not be turned to a dead spirit. So there are a lot of things in that application. I implore every Nigerian to download that application and make do with, so that it is safety, as like they say, is everybody's responsibility.
Exactly.
So how do you do that if you don't have a way to do it? And of course, we're still leveraging on technology on the area of catching our people in our area within a community. For example, Lagos Ibadan. There are different communities like the Arepo, Magboro,
Yeah.
and all these areas, Punch, we have WhatsApp group of different persons
Yes.
who are members of that group.
Right.
So if there's any event and our men are not there, they will report it on that platform. Immediately, the monitors of those platforms will flag it and will be there at any point in time. So removal of obstruction and of clearing of crashes will be prompt and everyone will be at peace.
Wonderful. Okay, the balance between enlightenment, which is your primary, goal, people to change their attitude and all that, and when sometimes enlightenment fails, enforcement. I want to talk a bit about the where enlightenment stops and enforcement starts.
Yes, we have different stages. We will enlighten. We will advocate. Advocacy, enlightenment, subtle enforcement, and of course, full enforcement.
Okay.
When I started, I said, we'll go to motor parks, we're thinking of town hall meeting and so on. These are enlightenment stage.
Yes.
Now, there are people within that department handling that area. So, definitely, when we would have spoken to members of the public, don't forget we have something we call free safety check.
Okay.
It's a period where we'll give maybe within a quarter, we'll have some period we'll do free safety where we book you, but you don't pay fine.
Okay.
We'll book you for the purpose of understanding that you are not complete and that it's not all about fine.
Yes.
So you go and fix those things that they observe, the minuses in your vehicle. You go and fix them and make them perfect. And they will enlighten you that this is expected by you to be done on your vehicles, not until you are being caught. That is still at enlightenment and advocacy stage.
Exactly.
But when all this thing fails, our people on the road who are specifically in operations, when they check those things and they are not there, enforcement begins. So they start using the canes. Unfortunately, do you know that most people don't know? They believe we don't even arrest commercial vehicles, especially the yellow buses. I will say no. Yellow buses are vehicles, they ply the road.
Exactly.
Some people believe we cannot arrest a government vehicle. Who says? Every vehicle moving on the road are subject of arrest.
Exactly.
As long as there is violation. There's nobody beyond the law. In as much as we have recalcitrant ones, however, there are ways and manner we arrest those ones, and many a times what we do to them is quite different, but most people don't really know, than those people who are law-abiding.
Exactly.
So, enlightenment goes hand in hand with enforcement. Do you know that enlightenment without enforcement is simply entertainment, and we are not here to entertain.
Well said. Well said. Before I let you go, sir, you are a federal agency, but your operations are situated in this particular state. What is the synergy what do you enjoy with agencies here in the state that make your work easier?
Oh my God. You see, part of the things we are trying to enjoy, there is Nigeria Road Safety Strategy. One of the things it asks us to do is to ensure that we road safety management. One of these areas where we manage road safety is creating state agencies.
Okay.
It might interest you to know that FRSC started road safety in Lagos and other parts of the country because it's one of the mandates. Road safety, like we said, is everybody's responsibility. While the state traffic agencies manages the traffic within the state, we as a federal agency, we give out these laws, they leverage on these laws, they enforce, and we work together. You see, it's not a matter of ego here.
Yeah.
It's the interest of the citizen that matters.
Exactly.
For example, I was in the office of the GM last week on a familiarization visit. Should I call it courtesy visit? And we discussed in a robust manner that very soon, very, very soon, Lagosians will see the relationship between Federal Road Safety Corps and, of course, the LASMA.
Yes,
that we are not enemy. We are working together to ensure free passage on the road, and of course, quick intervention to road traffic crash and the enforcement, we will do it together and people will see that we are together.
Wonderful.
We are brothers and we are partners in progress, including the VIS, including the police.
Exactly.
All of us work together. I am the state head of Federal Road Safety Corps in Lagos, but that does not mean I will not relate with even state agencies or other uniform organizations. Stakeholders collaboration is being encouraged by my agency, and I will leverage seriously on it.
Wonderful. So I would like you to just turn to the people listening, and I mean, we citizens, road users and commuters also have a responsibility. What are our obligations? What do we need to do to make sure that this FRSC Ember Months campaign is a success? You'll just talk to your people.
Yes. Specifically because I'm the Lagos State Sector Commander, I want to talk to the people of Lagos and to Nigerians listening as a whole. I want to say that you should obey every FRSC, every traffic, both local, national, and international road rules. Don't forget, your family loves you. If you drive carefully today, tomorrow is a place to live in. Drive your vehicle as if it's a borrowed vehicle that must not be crashed into. Drive vehicle with all cares, obeying all rules. Obey all agencies when it comes to traffic. And of course, report all traffic infractions to members of the Federal Road Safety by using the emergency toll-free number 122. You get to us on time. And of course, on a personal ground, if there are issues, the application is there. You can report our men through the mobile app of FRSC. Download it at the Play Store. Or if you're using iPhone, you know where to really get it downloaded. FRSC app, that is the application. And if you live in Lagos and you think there's something that our men are doing, you wish to personally report to the sector commander, you can get me on 080-3446-7918. I come again. 080-3446-7918. I want to implore you, if you see something, say something, both locally or that has to do with my men. See something, say something. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the Corps Commander of the FRSC Lagos State Sector Command, for your time.
My pleasure.
And we hope that when next we come, you will still receive us and give
My
us
pleasure.
Thank you so much. And thank you also for watching the Lagos Transportation Agenda. We'll return, God willing, next week at this time for yet another interesting discourse on transportation in Lagos State and beyond. Until then, this is Austin Ian saying bye for now. Bye-bye. God bless.